Hello everyone, Mercurial here again. Time for another video. Oh, actually a re-video if you like. Some of you might have seen my really low quality video on the Citadel 40k basing kit. Just thought I'd do a proper one since I've got a good camera now and go through it again. So on to the actual walkthrough. Here we see the box. Again, the details of the basing kit are shown on the front. As you would expect from Citadel's packaging, everything is shown out on the box itself. You have a nice little snazzy Harlequin, Eldar of course, example of how the base could be used. They've used a few things which aren't included in the basing kit. I think, I might be wrong, it might be some of the bronze etchings actually. But anyway, it's all shown here. So turning over the box, it shows you the actual contents of your basing kit. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 tubs of basing and a strip, if you like, of brass etchings. Again, they've zoomed into the Harlequin space there, so you can have a good look at what they've done. It's obviously heavy metal quality, something that I'm not hoping to achieve anytime soon, but hopefully with time I can. It's a nice sturdy box. As you would expect. So on to the actual contents of the box. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5th empty container. I think Citadel's just included it because it helps them with the packaging, keeping the rest of the tubs intact inside the box, but you can use it to store whatever you like really, so it's a good thing to have. Let's have a look what we have here. We have a small resin tub. They're basically identical in terms of the bits that are included inside the tub. You have a small slate tub and a medium basing slate tub. Small slate tub. That's what it looks like. Really fine granulated slate. It's good to sprinkle onto bases, you know, to finish off bases where there are a few gaps left and you want to fill them up really quickly. This is a good thing to have. It's a bit like sand, but not quite. It's better in some ways. So yeah. Then you have the medium basing slate tub, obviously a bit bigger than the small basing. Really nice to have these. They act as a bit of a weight to your miniatures. If you have miniatures that aren't really well balanced and you put them on the board and they kind of, you know, go tip over. If you had a few of these medium basing slates from this tub, they could, in theory, help to counteract that weight and make it more stable on the board. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it might, so give it a try, see how it goes. Then you have the small resin tubs. I'll open one of these because, like I said, it's identical for the other box as well. Here we go. Carefully tip it all out. Boink. First thing you might notice is there's a lot of dead marines on this. Dead marines and a lot of Imperial artifacts, which is a feature of the basing kit. You don't get that many non-Imperial bits. You get, well, this is one of the non-Imperial ones, I suppose. Bunch of skulls. There's a dead Eldar somewhere, I think. Not sure what that is. Chaos? Oh, it could be anything really. Skulls. Oh, look, Eldar stuff. Dead marine again. These are the Terminator size base. Nothing to stop you from using these for larger bases. You just cut them up, just spread them around the base for, let's say, a dreadnought, or you just put them in the center of the dreadnought base and base around it with a bit of the small gravel. I'll have an example at the end of this video to give you some ideas of what kind of things you could do with this. Again, dead marine, a lot of Imperial artifacts. Oh look, Space Wolf stuff. Interesting. And there's the dead elder. Bullet wound in the head. I think that's a guardian. What else do we have? Melter bomb. Imperial. It would be nice to have a few more Tau stuff, or Necron even, but it's not a bad quality thing really. It's just if you have bits left over from other sprues, you can just mix and match, so not much lost, I guess, but it would be nice to have a bit more variety. But there you go. That's what's included in the small basing kit. Small resin tub, and you get 2 of these, so it's not bad. So moving on to an actual example of how you could use this base. I've got a Assault and Black Reach Dreadnought here. Melter gun, cannon, melter cannon, gun, whatever, melter. Close combat weapon. Really basic, Black Templar color scheme. So here, try to bring it a bit close without blurring it out. You can see the base that I've used. You might be able to tell the difference between the actual base and the basing kit base. If I was a bit more clever, I would have filled in this gap here to make it a bit more seamless, but it's not a bad effort, to be honest. My first use of the basing kit. The brilliant thing about these basing kits is that if you have your own sprues, you can spend hours trying to figure out which bits to put together, or put together to make a coherent base. But if you have one of these already made up, you just put this on and sprinkle it around with a bit of sand, gravel, whatever you want, and a bit of dry brush, paint later, and you've got a really nice looking base. Again, you can tell the difference between the actual base and the basing kit, but if you're a bit more clever, you can fill that up, make it more seamless. So that's what it looks like. I reckon that's pretty good, considering it's just a, Assault and Black Reach model. Obviously, if you're making a few more HQ Elite models, you spend a bit more time, make it look much nicer. So there you have it. Really nice thing to have, I think. I'm not sure about the price. It's whatever the UK price is. I reckon it's a good value for money for what you get, but some countries charge a bit more, I suppose. I don't know. So if you can afford it, it's really not a bad thing to have. You don't have to have it. You can just use a lot of leftover sprues if you have that. But the little slate tubs, they are pretty nice to have. I couldn't really find them in my local game stores, so if you can't find them either, you can just buy the basing kit. Lastly, I have what they've called brass etchings. The reason I left this to the end of the video is because I have never used them, and I have no idea how to use them. If you look up on Google or YouTube, you'll find a few examples of how to use these things. They look quite nice if you know how to use them correctly, but since I don't, I won't go into too much detail with them, apart from saying that you get about, I don't know, 13, 14 designs. It's all Imperial again, so if you're looking for non-Imperial etchings, you might have to go to Forge World to get those. But if you want Imperial, this is a way to go, because you get all that and the etchings. So hope that's been useful to you guys. That was my short walkthrough through the 40k basing kit. More videos to come. Thank you. Bye.